Hi guys, I hope you're all doing really well. Today I'm making a video all about my writing because when I did a video a while ago I asked if there were any videos that you wanted to see, and somebody requested that I do a video about my writing and the book I'm working on. Now I have to say at the beginning of this video that I am not an established author. I'm not somebody who has got a publishing deal and has sold lots of books. I'm just somebody who loves to write, and I'm hoping that I can turn that hopefully into more than just a hobby. But you know, writing is not an easy profession to get into, and it's very competitive, and there's a lot you have to do to become good at it. So I'm just going to kind of talk you through what I'm working on, and yeah, just kind of tell you a bit about my writing journey. So I have always loved to write. When I was really tiny I would always make up stories, and when I was at school I used to write loads of stories in my little exercise books, and that's kind of a desire and want that I've always had, to just get things down and to make up new worlds and new people and tell stories about people that are in my head. And as I grew up I just continued to do that, and I've always had a story on the go, even if it was just like a really kind of small story, or even if it's just like the first couple of pages. I've always been writing something. And last year when I was at university I was having a really tough time for a lot of different reasons, and one day I just decided to start writing, and I found it was such a cathartic and really amazing way to get all of my feelings out and get everything on a page, and I just felt suddenly so much lighter and so much better. And I decided that being at university wasn't what I wanted to do with my life, so I left university to pursue writing and to spend my whole time writing. And I have to say that since then I have written 2 manuscripts and given up on both of those, and I'm now on my 3rd manuscript, which I've got some of it here. So yeah, this is my one I'm working on at the moment, and so for the past year I've kind of been working on different stories and trying to work out what I want to write and how I want to write it. And it has been a really strange process because writing isn't something that you can learn from other people. It's not something that you can sit down in a room like you would if you were learning maths or chemistry or physics or science and there is a right answer to every question. It's something that you have to develop as yourself. You have to learn different techniques, you have to grow as a writer and a person. You can't kind of expect somebody to tell you how to do it. You can read books by other people, you can read books about writing by other people, but you have to be able to grow by yourself. You can't rely on somebody else to help you grow as a writer. So this year has been a kind of really steep learning curve for me. I'm learning all about the way I write, the best, my most productive time, and the way that I write, and the best techniques for getting the most out of my time. And I have to say that I still haven't got it down to a T at all. I still haven't found my writing voice, I don't think. I still don't have a very significant style, but that will come with time. That's all part of the learning process of writing. So what I'm writing at the moment is a chick lit novel, which I started at the end of last year, I think. Maybe the middle to end of last year. And whenever I say chick lit, a lot of people just kind of sigh and say, oh yeah, chick lit, one of those trashy books that doesn't take much thought and much time. Which is a lie, because chick lit takes as much time to write as any other book, and chick lit's a great genre to write in as well. I have got so many other ideas. I really want to write a crime fiction, and I also love to write an apocalyptic novel, but at the moment I'm trying to finish this one first before I kind of get any of my other ideas down. So this is my book that I'm writing at the moment, and its working title is Isabel Winter's Wedding Dream, and it's all about a wedding planner called Isabel and her right hand man Ash, who they've been best friends for years and years and years, and they've got a wedding planning business together. And Belle, or Isabel, or Belle as she's nicknamed, spends a lot of her time making other people happy and planning other people's weddings, and she doesn't really leave much time for herself. And one day when a really gorgeous couple called Amelia and James come to her into her office and they talk about their wedding, Belle notices how in love they are, and she decides that actually she wants something like that for herself. And instead of sitting at home every evening just watching TV and eating lots of food and crying over sad film, she wants somebody to love and somebody to spend her life with. So she kind of becomes a little bit more proactive in finding somebody, but she doesn't have to wait for long, because one of the people that's involved in Amelia and James's wedding, the best man is called Luke, and suddenly she falls head over heels in love with Luke, but she knows that it's not right because it's not a professional thing to do to fall in love with the groom, to fall in love with the best man of a wedding that you're planning. So she has to kind of navigate that, and Luke and Belle kind of fall in love very quickly. It's all a very whirlwind romance, and they, you know, discover that they really love spending time with each other and they really adore each other. But then, as it always happens in a chick lit, something happens and it shakes their foundations, and they both end up questioning whether they rushed into it too fast and whether they're really the right people for each other, and it rushes towards a conclusion of, hopefully, happy ending. I can't tell you, but obviously if it's a chick lit, it's obviously going to be a happy ending. But yeah, they work towards their happy ever after, and I'm really enjoying writing it. I've got 51,000 words at the moment. 51,000? Yeah, 51,000. And I've got 25 chapters written, which is quite exciting because I've never got that far in a book before. I've always abandoned them at about the kind of 30,000 word mark, so to actually have like half a novel written is amazing. I was aiming to get about 90 to 100k on this book, but I reckon I'm going to end up around kind of 75, 80k, because I don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to write much more than that. But I'm really enjoying the process of it so far, and if you want to read any of it, I've actually put it up on Wattpad. I've put the first 15 chapters up, so I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go and check that out. I really hope you enjoy reading it. I have to say that it's still very rough. It still needs some rewriting and a lot of editing, and it still needs to be improved in quite a lot of places, because in some places the dialogue and the writing is quite immature and it needs to be kind of made to read a little bit better. But I'm really enjoying the process of writing it, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully self-publishing it later this year. I was going to approach agents and then potentially publishers, but I don't think it's strong enough at this point. I just don't think I've got the right skill to be able to approach somebody and say, look what I can do, because they'll just say to me, it's alright, but you know, you really need to improve it. So I'm going to probably try and self-publish it and see how I go with that. I'm kind of wanting to see how people read it, because a lot of the people that are reading it at the moment are friends and book bloggers that I know, and as much as I love them, I really worry that sometimes they just say it's good because I'm their friend and they want to say it's good rather than, and they feel that they need to say it's good rather than saying it's good because it is good. So I really want to get it out there and hopefully get some people's opinions, and I'm totally open to criticism. I'm totally open to people saying to me, this is rubbish, I can't believe you've written this, and made me pay to buy it, it's absolutely dreadful. So I'm totally open to that, because I want people to tell me what they like about it, what they don't like about it, whether there's bits I can improve, whether my characters are just completely awful and two-dimensional, whether the plot's really predictable and really rubbish. So yeah, I want to know what people think, and I'm totally open to criticism, so that's why I want to kind of self-publish it. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I wanted to say about my writing, that writing has been something I've always wanted to do, and I'm finally kind of doing it. And it is a really difficult thing to do. It's not easy at all. I thought it would be a walk in the park, but it is difficult. It's hard to find the time to dedicate to it. It's hard to find the motivation sometimes, and especially if you're really tired and you've got loads of other things to do, it's sometimes hard to kind of just think, okay, I'm going to sit down and write now, because sometimes you just want to fall asleep. So yeah, it's a difficult thing, but I'm really enjoying it, and I hope that one day I will be able to publish this book. So if you've got any other questions about writing, or you want me to make any other videos about kind of writing, then let me know in the description box. Let me know in the comments below, and I will try and film those as well. Like I said before, I'm no expert in writing. I'm just somebody who loves it, loves doing it, and wanted to make it like a more permanent feature in my life. But I have got a little bit of experience in, you know, writing manuscripts and learning how to write different things and developing characters and developing plot. So if you have got any questions, then let me know and I'll try my hardest to answer them. So yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye!